Hi, today we're going to be graphing and analyze the polynomial function f of x equals x squared minus 8x plus 15. So degree is easily identified by the exponent of the first term. In this case it is squared, so our degree is 2. The number of the solutions is also identified by the exponent of the first term, so we also only have 2 solutions. Next we are going to solve for the zeros of the function. To solve for the zeros of the function, you factor out the function to get x minus 3 times x minus 5. Place them both equal to 0. And then solve. So your zeros of the function are x equals 3 and x equals 5. Let's put that down. Next we are going to solve for the y-intercept. So all you need to do to solve for the y-intercept is plug in a 0 for all the x to get 0 squared minus 8 times 0 plus 15. So 0 minus 0 plus 15 is 15. So our y-intercept is 0, 15. Next, we can solve for the turning point, which in this case, the graph will look like a parabola. So the turning point is the vertex. And to solve for the vertex, you use negative b over 2a and then plug that in to solve for the y point. So negative b over 2a, negative 8 over 2 times 1 equals 4. So the x value for our turning point is 4. Now we plug 4 back into this equation to get 4 and negative 1. In case you need to see that, let me make some room. Four squared minus 8 times 4 plus 15. 16 minus 32 plus 15, negative 1. Now, let's plot that on our graph. So, our vertex will be at 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1. Our y-intercept is 0, 15, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right there. And the turning point can also be the axis of symmetry, so the same amount of points, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. That will be our next point. So we then graph this parabola with our zeros at 3 and 5. And as you can see, our domain is going through all the x points infinitely. It is going through all of them. So our domain would be negative infinity to infinity. And our range starts at negative 1 and goes to infinity. So that will be our range. For our end behaviors, we look at the end parts of our graph. And as x approaches infinity, so as x goes to infinity, y is also approaching infinity. As x is approaching negative infinity, y is approaching infinity. And in this graph, we don't have a max value, but we do have a min. And our min is for -1, which is also our vertex and also our turning point. Thank you very much.